Folks, I'm 81 years old. Come on, I'm almost 82 years old and I've got a 10-year-old child. Give me a break.
I felt very lonely. I felt very alone. I was so set back.
It was so chaotic and so confusing. I didn't know where to turn to. I didn't know who to ask questions.
Going it alone, I think, would be extremely frightening for someone who's new to the situation. That's what we want to do, is help other grandparents who might face this and go, where do I go from here? When I gained custody of my grandson, I wasn't really sure how I should proceed, because you have plans and things you want to do with your life, or you think that maybe you want to do with your life, and then all of a sudden, something comes up, there's a catastrophe of some kind, and you've got to step in, and you've got to be the one, and you've got to be strong at that moment when you really don't, you're perplexed as, how do I handle this? Where do I go from here?
At first, I did cry a lot. I thought I was going to tear my hair out, nervous, but then it started to subside. Just gaining the knowledge and ability to be part of a grandparent group, it's like, to me, it was like a hallelujah moment. You know what I'm saying?
Welcome to Grandparents Raising Grandchildren Support Group, where the mission is unite, empower, and support grandparents who are raising their grandchildren.
I was so excited because now I'm not ignorant anymore. I'm informed, and I'm not just in Colleen's group. I go to other grandparents groups, and a lot of grandparents, I encourage them, you got to just keep going. And ever since I've been with Colleen, I've gained the strength, I've gained wisdom, understanding, and the intelligence, and how to use the tools and skills that I was given in raising my grandson. And it's been an inspiration.
I used to cry every day, but today I can smile, and this group helped me.
And yes, it is going to be a very long, hard road, but as I can attest to it, it's worth it in the end, because there is people out there that can help you. When we were having in-person groups, I was a part of Deanna Forrester's group in Jamaica Plain. And I didn't miss a Tuesday. I didn't miss a Tuesday. I was there every Tuesday. I was front and center. Don't be afraid to ask anybody. Don't ever be afraid. When you get into something like this, don't be afraid to ask the question, because when you ask the question, you most likely are going to get the answer.
If you feel like crying, you can cry here. Nobody cares. They just give you a hug and say, hey, hang in there for another week. We'll see you. Find a group that's funny and fun, and we've sat there and cried. Really cried. What Diane went through and what Connie went through. We've sat there and cried, all of us together. And you know what? We go home and it's like, well, I feel better because I talked to them, and I hope they feel better that we're in there. We're all in this. I can pick up the phone and call Connie. She called me the other night. She was having a bad day. I can pick up the phone and call any one of those women. Pat and I meet for coffee. So it's that. You can pick up the phone and say, hey, I'm having a really stinky day. Or Andrea will send me a text message and say, hey, sunshine's outside, time to wake up, something like that. So you're not alone. I don't feel alone where I did before.
You come here and you honestly feel like whatever it is that's burdening you about raising that grandchild, and encourage one another. It's like, I need to talk about this, and I'm not thinking about who is going to think of what judgment they might make on that or something. I need to talk about it. In my particular situation, it's been invaluable, because everybody has a certain experience. We're all experiencing something at the same time, maybe in different ways, different circumstances, but we're all of the mindset of, here I am at this stage of my life, and I'm a mom again. And being able to share that with other people, and they can say, well, this happened to me, and oh, that happened to me, and then you can relate. So going it alone is to me, is not an option. Find yourself, the commission, find yourself a group that you can, and if you can't find one and you have the gumption, start one.